medevac to Edmonton for treatment and rehab. And she went to and presented those first 3 quilts. That video is a little long. We are at 20,500 plus quilts.
Wow.
So I'm sure that there's some earlier ones that we never really, that aren't really being counted because we didn't have computer systems the same way then. It always gives me great pleasure to be able to come, and I want to say thank you, Keith. Thank you. He keeps on top of this to make sure that all the people that he knows and the fellows from RCR all have Quilts of Valor. It is a great way for us to be able to share our love of quilting and our respect for those members who have served our country and done a job that we could not do or would not do. So it does give me great pleasure. So the first person that I'd like to give to a quilt to tonight is John Murray. And John Murray served with the Royal Logistics Corps and the Service Battalion for 22 years. When he retired, he was a staff sergeant with them, and we want to say thank you so much, John, for your service. So, on behalf of Quilts of Valor, there we go. On behalf of Quilts of Valor, we want to say thank you for your service and sacrifice. May the cups that are stitched into this quilt give you comfort, strength, and love. And may it give you lots of comfort on those cold days that are coming. Thank you. You're welcome.
Looks good on you.
You're not done yet.
Oh, I'm not done.
Oh, this is original one.
Okay.
That's the prayer that we just quoted on. But there's one thing else. So, a friend of mine, or ours, made these plaques up. So this is what it says. It has the coat of arms. And it says, I'm a British soldier. I served till my time was done. I met 1 million people and swore allegiance to but a few. I ran 1 million miles and marched so many more. Learned to accept fear well, shut me out the door. I walked with swagger, proud of my feet. Every memory special. My heart in pounds and beats. Yet merciless are the years. Our numbers are few and few. A generation of warrior spirit replaced by king and you. Yet the call upon beacon or warrior, be it on my feet or right, tells me to be prepared for battle. Engage struggle night after night. When my battle is over, call me what you will. But remember, I answered the call to come to you under my own free will.
That's amazing.
Now you can try and walk back
So each one of the quilts that we have are handmade. They take anywhere from 40 to 60 hours, and they're made from 100% cotton. So when we give the quilt out, we give them instructions on how to take care of the quilt and wash. But we do hope that those veterans will use that every single day when they need it. The next one is right here. And our next recipient is David Ingram. And I want to tell you that David served for 4 years, retired as a sergeant with the 1st New Brunswick, Royal New Brunswick Regiment. Here we go. You take one corner, I'll take the other.
You've got this down to a science.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. That's awesome.
May the hugs that are stitched into this quilt give you comfort, strength, and love. On behalf of Quilts of Valor, I'm pleased to wrap you with this quilt.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Now we have one more.
Stop there.
Oh, go ahead. So we have one of those boards for everybody, but well, they were made up. They're sent to Walmart through their system, and so you can't find 5 of them.
One of them might be yours.
Yeah, but this is yours. We got.
Thank you so much.
So
Appreciate it.
and the other thing I like to remind people is, it's not so much even thanking a person, male or female, whoever, for their service, but it's what they went through to provide that service. Because a lot of people go, well, were you in actual combat? Have you ever been to a training exercise? I remember training with the British Army on the Rhine in '65. And I'll tell you, that was a serious event. And then even with a short stay in Belfast and other places, it's amazing what the training prepared you for. And to go through all that, they earned it well.
Thank you so much.
Okay?
And there's one more.
Well, there is for Tom Short, and he's not here, and the other fellow isn't here.
So we
Okay.
did it. Wow.
Yes, we did.
Okay, Jeremy can play the music.
Terms. He does a good job, and I think he should be thanked. Anyway, that's my contribution.
One of the fellows isn't here tonight, but this is from our regiment, the Royal Canadian Regiment. And in Edmonton, we have something called the Chief Warrant Officer Bobby Gerard Ranch. And Chief Warrant Officer Bobby Gerard was the first Chief Warrant Officer killed in combat in 100 and some years. And he was with the one RCR, first battalion Royal Canadian Regiment. And so the association that Bob and Jim and a few of them are the founders of are very proud of what this stands for by not passing up all looking after stuff. And so for all the guys that put so much years, Jim was the president, I think, for two runs at a time.
Bob was for 3 years, I think.
Yeah.
And I was the original. And then I took over from Bob, I did 2 terms.
He did 2 terms. And this is, so we make these plaques up for them. And so, Jim, I'd like you to come up and receive your plaque.
Aww.
For spelling mistakes and everything.
First of all, Keith and I presented quite a few quilts. Over the years, I presented almost 200 myself through Alberta, Northwest Territories, in British Columbia. Now, in saying that, you look around, I mean, Bob's got his medals on, you got medals on, I've got my ribbons for the medals that I do have. To me, the Quilt of Valour meant more to me when it was presented to me than any medal that I have. And for that, I want to thank the organization of Quilts of Valour. Leslie, who was the founder of Quilts of Valour, is a very good friend of our friends, and she's attended a lot of our functions. So thank you very much. I'm sorry I had to leave when the one song was playing, but it was too close to my heart. It's got too many things that teared me up. So I just thought I'd let everybody else enjoy it so they don't see me sitting there bubbling like me. And once again, thank you all for being here. It means a lot to me personally, and I know it means a lot to everybody here. The Quilts of Valour, I know when they started it, everybody thought it was just for wounded soldiers. I can tell you a few years ago, we had the honor, our branch had the honor of presenting the general, Ivan Fenton. We presented him with the Quilt of Valour. And he looked at me and he said, "But I'm not wounded, I don't deserve it." Well, he was a colonel, or he was a general in charge of the whole friggin' crew over in Afghanistan. And I said to him 2 things. I said, "Sir, you may not be wounded physically, which a lot of us aren't, but mentally we are." And I said to him, "You are wounded here, and you're wounded here." He started crying. So that's how much Quilts of Valour means to all of us that presented it. We didn't have to be in a war zone. I was in the Cold War era. When I was in Cyprus, I lost 2 guys. We lost a captain on April 1st, 1975. 10 days later, we lost a young private. April 11th, 1975. Those things affect us. I've lost some family members, and in the last, we were just talking about it, in the last couple of weeks, Bob, we've lost how many? In the last couple of weeks, we've lost 4 Royal Canadians, and some of them are younger than me. So You never know when it's your turn, and when you can get together like this and honor one another, whether it be with a pat on the back or with a quilt, it means a lot. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you, Keith, for organizing all of this. Thank you.